Is our congregation being the church God has called her to be? Are we being the kingdom that's here but not yet fully here, ushered in by Jesus? I would have to say that we're halfway there. In some ways, yes, and in some ways, not yet. I think I'm going to use this analogy because, well, I'm a youth pastor and I can get away with it. It's like God is throwing a neighborhood pool party. And we as the church, we know what it takes. We know all the supplies you have to have and what you need to do to get ready to go to this pool party. I mean, you need your sunscreen. You need that protection from the things that are going to come your way out of this place. You need your beach towel, your goggles for navigating some of the deep waters. You'll need your swimsuit, getting ready to go. In the church, we know what it takes. I really believe that our church loves Jesus, and we're seeking to be a holy people set apart for Him. We know the gospel message. We know the way to salvation and the way to see a life restored through Jesus Christ. We know this. But how are we sharing this? See, the catch with being invited to a pool party, you're only getting half the job done if you don't then go to the pool party. It's one thing to have the knowledge and know what it takes to get there. But you have to get off the couch. You have to do more than what I'm doing right now. I have all my supplies here with me, but I'm still here sitting on the couch. I mean, if you're invited by God to your neighborhood pool party, you go. It's the least you could do. It's an act of appreciation and thanksgiving to respond to that invitation and go. It's this idea of living a life of Eucharist. That through God's blessings to us, we then return the blessing to Him. And returning that blessing is showing it to the world around us. Not just holding this knowledge of what it takes to be where God is, or to be who God wants you to be, but not just knowing it, but sharing it. And it'll take sacrifice. In this idea of a Eucharistic life, there will be sacrifice in the process of giving this blessing back to God. And it could be sacrificing fear of the unknown, fear of a comfort zone, fear of jumping in the water where you're not sure how deep it is. And I kind of think that's where our church is. We've dipped our toe in the water a little bit. We've made some efforts to reach out to our community, but we haven't gone all the way. We haven't done a cannonball and just gone for it. We've tested out the waters a little bit. We're maybe a little anxious. What's that going to look like? How will that change the makeup of our church? Will that change the way we worship? Will that change the way we schedule our weekly activities? There's a lot of unknown. And we've just kind of dipped our toe in the water, not fully committed. We're still kind of sitting on the couch. We've not become a part of this neighborhood pool party. I mean, we're really not going where God has already started things. We've done things like let the government be the means of restoration for people. We've let other organizations that are doing great work do the job for the church. I mean, from the beginning of time, God commissioned mankind to reign over the earth, to be the means of His shalom among the earth. But we've kind of been content knowing what it takes to have that shalom, knowing the supplies it's needed, knowing the path to get to God's neighborhood pool party. But we've only done half the job. And we haven't gone out. We haven't looked in our neighborhood and see who else we could bring along with us. And not just to bring, but to come and be a part. To be the neighborhood pool party. And that's how we're to be the church. It's not good enough just to know the way, to know the message, to know how that lifestyle looks and what it means. But it's having others right around us in our neighborhood come and join and know and be the neighborhood with us. We have to go out. We have to be a part of the community. So let's get off the couch.